We've spent so much of the show talking about the top of the league. Let's use item number 6 on the Sunday Six to talk about the top of the draft order. And nowhere was that more emblematic than a game that happened in New Jersey between the New York Giants and the New England Patriots. I'm not sure what to say. The Giants win 10-7 at the gun. Patriots miss a very makeable field goal. Just a perfect display of how brutal it's been for the Patriots this season. Mac Jones benched at halftime once again. And now the New England Patriots, believe it or not, currently slated to have a top 3 pick in the NFL draft. New York Giants, as terrible as it's been for them, Tommy DeVito, toast of the town, they are climbing the draft order. We can debate whether we think that's a good idea. I mean, how much do you want to win, Giants? Maybe think about that while you're on your bye week. But let's talk to the guys who were there on a rainy day in New Jersey, Jonathan Vilma and Kenny Albert. Guys, I want to start on the losing half of this. Obviously, it's a brutal day for the Patriots, not getting the field goal. Mac Jones benched. First of all, where do you see this going with Mac Jones benched again? Is this the start of a change for the Patriots, or where do you see them going at quarterback from here?
Well, I see it going the same way it's been going. If Mac Jones is going to be the starter, as long as he doesn't turn the ball over, he's going to continue playing. As soon as he does turn the ball over, it's going to be a very short leash for him, and he's going to be yanked, and then Zappy will get in and finish the game unless he turns the ball over too many times. Because that was frankly the greatest thing about Tom Brady for all that he did throwing the football. He didn't put the team in bad situations. He protected the football. He didn't have the sack fumbles and the poor interceptions, and that's what Bill Belichick is looking for.
Over on the flip side of this, JV, I heard you mention this at the end of the broadcast. Look, I don't know if it changes the Giants' outlook in the big picture, but for everything that's gone wrong for this team this season, how can you put me in the shoes of the guys in that locker room and how nice it must feel to put a little bit of a win streak together?
I can definitely put you in their shoes. There was one season, my second year in the league, that I went 4-12, lost 10 straight, and all we were looking for is searching for a victory, search for something to celebrate, and they're finding the ways to do it now because everyone's going to be against you, trying to pull you apart, playing the blame game with the media, so they have to stick together. That's what we did. We stuck together, and we found ways to come together, and when we finally won, we celebrated. We had a lot of fun. It was a great time. It was like we won our own Super Bowl, so I know the feeling for the Giants, and hopefully they'll continue to compound on this and get more victories.
And the Giants defense has come up huge the last couple of weeks. They forced 6 takeaways between their defense and special teams last week in Washington. Today they come up with 3 interceptions.
And the Giants defense is finally finding their identity. I'm understanding that we're the team. And the reason that they're saying we're the team is because they know if they get takeaways, they win football games. That's the best thing about the Giants defense.
Maybe not the prettiest game in the league this week, but nobody on that Giants roster is going to be complaining. Guys, I appreciate the time. I love football as much as anybody. With all due respect, that's all I've got on Patriots Giants. I'm happy for Tommy DeVito. It's really dope that the hand gesture, the Italian hand gesture thing is officially a thing with the Giants, but 10-7, that's all I got. What I'd rather do is focus on what this means in the big picture, which when you're talking about bad football teams, that's the draft order. I alluded to it at the start of this. It's wild to see the New England Patriots suddenly all the way down at 2-9. They are guaranteed a losing record for the second straight year. And look, since Tom Brady left, we've kind of gotten used to the Patriots losing games, but not being this far out of contention this early in the season. And the crazy thing now is it's feasible to think that the Patriots will have one of the very, very premium picks in the NFL draft. I saw somebody joked on Twitter on Sunday afternoon. I'm sorry if I'm not accrediting this the way that I should, but they said the Patriots losing their way into being able to draft a Caleb Williams or a Drake May, a franchise changing quarterback. It's kind of like the Spurs stumbling into Victor Wembanyama in the NBA. Like, are we really ready to let the Patriots get a talent like that after so many years of dominating the NFL with Tom Brady and everyone else? it's looking more and more like a reality. You look at the draft order behind me. The season ended today. Shout out the Chicago Bears. By virtue of owning the Carolina Panthers pick, they would have the first pick in the draft as well as the fourth. We'll see whether or not they beat Minnesota on Monday night. Bears, much like the Giants, looking a little more formidable than they had earlier in the season. Maybe they climb a little bit higher, but I feel very, I'll call it right now. I feel very confident the Carolina Panthers and therefore the Chicago Bears are heading for the number one overall pick. Not a bad spot to be. We mentioned the Arizona Cardinals, feisty in the vast majority of their games, still looking like they're going to finish with, at worst, a top 5 pick, currently picking second in the draft order. Fascinated to see what that means for the future of Kyler Murray. Can they afford to pass on a quarterback? Is Kyler, I mean, I personally, even after a rough game against the Rams, I think Kyler Murray has been very intriguing in Drew Petzing's offense out there in Arizona. Like I just said, the New England Patriots potentially being in a position to draft a franchise quarterback. It's just, I don't know. It's unsettling. And I'm not even, look, I'm not an AFC East fan. I don't have any real beef with the New England Patriots, but it is just weird to see the face of the league, the most dominant franchise of the last 20 or so years, potentially set up to take a swing at somebody like Caleb Williams or Drake May.